Okay, here we are. This is Tools. Quill and Embry are sitting beside me. www.nasa.gov, mission_pages, fires, Maine, USA, /etc. One should imagine they spend most of their time monitoring wildfires, if not volcanic plumes, at this time. Well, we've been here earlier, but I want to come back, and you'll see in just a moment why. This picture was actually taken by MODIS on August 28, 2012. Actively burning areas detected by MODIS's thermal bands are outlined in red. NASA image courtesy of Jeff Schmaltz, Lance USDS, MODIS, and so forth. Captioned by Lynn Jenner. With information from InstaWeb. All right. Okay, so now this is InstaWeb provided all the fire information here. Well, this is already way outdated, and you'll see that in a bit. The working title of this little vid is something to the effect of Fireballs, Chemtrails, and Unquenchable Fires. Well, that's the working title. We'll see what it turns out to be. We have to know there's a connection. Here we see things like the Vista Fire, the Powell Slow, it used to be called the Slow Complex, Pettibone Ditch, this is all one fire, McGuire, which is threatening many sweet small communities. Mustang, of course, way over here now. Halstead, you see the red outline? I don't know what the Parish Cabin Fire is. That's not even that important, but Trinity Ridge would be down here. Okay, I put this up for a couple of reasons. This is fascinating. You see how they've labeled the fires, for the most part, correctly. And then I'm not Dutch. We know I'm not Dutch, right? No, I'm the Phoebe Buffet of YouTube. Oh, but I know these are not snow-capped mountains, so we can assume that there are some clouds here, there. This we of course know is obviously smoke. And this is smoke. NASA has carefully labeled this clouds. Clouds. Oh, I beg to differ. I'm going to erase these letters, and I'm going to write in, I wish I had a red pen, chemtrails. Because what do we know, right? That forms these patterns. Chemtrails. I've been telling you, as have many, about the massive chemtrailing of the West at this time. It's been ongoing for 2 months. It started back in June, probably creating the current drought. I think we can assume that now, along with dual polarity next-red radar and many other factors, but certainly chemtrailing being a major culprit. Of course, what's interesting the last week or so, every time I turn on the news, they say smoke and haze. Smoke and haze. That's what they're calling it now. Haze. I'll show you a picture of haze in a bit. But I wanted to point that out because it really ties into my theory. Let's go to NIFC. www.nifc.gov. National Interagency Fire Center. Current level preparedness level 3. And let me just take a moment. Hats off, please. On September 17th, a firefighter died while working on the Wenatchee complex near Wenatchee, Washington. The firefighting community extends its condolences to the family and friends of the deceased. One moment of silence, please. And that's 11. You can see that the weather continuing warm and dry, basically wildfire red flag conditions right across the West. And I just wanted to show you, Idaho's got more fires than any other place at the moment. And they're saying, oh, the fires will go out when it snows. Well, the way things are going, it may not snow. One wonders. There are 10 in Idaho at this time. Here's some year-to-date statistics. Look at that. Look at that. 8 million acres thus far. And then we have the new, I'll just scan this really quickly. Elizabeth, Clearwater National Forest, the Halstead. Most of these are still basically uncontained and still threatening structures or towns. I'll be back to the Halstead in a day or two with that video, I promise. There's our Kearney fire. McGuire, communities are threatened, evacuations. Mustang, Probably 330,000 by now. Complex of 6 fires. Structures are threatened. This is actually even making a lot of national news now. Porcupine Complex, 45 miles. Powell. The sheep fire is very serious, only 21% contained, 1 mile east of Lucille. Trinity Ridge, still very active, though 70% contained, but really burning. It's into something new. The smoke is horrific. Structures are threatened, area closures in effect, and the Wesley fire in the Payette National Forest, only 13 miles northwest of New Meadows, and that's just only some of the fires. That's just some. Of course, many more in Montana, Washington in particular. Well, here's our forecast for the Boise area from National Weather Service, forecast.weather.gov. Boise, Idaho. It's getting down cold, 16 C at night. It's currently about 60s, in the 60s even yet. It's past midnight. Look at the temps. And this is mid-September. High 80s, almost up to 90. Areas of smoke. Very hot, very dry, heavy areas of smoke. And in other places in the state and in Montana and the Rockies, lots of red flag warnings going on. Really just unremitting weather. Nothing's changing. Well, why is nothing changing? Could it be because of the clouds? I just thought I'd throw this up there and give you guys something to think about, because it's just sort of interesting to wonder why the fires are still raging as they are. Unquenchable fires, as Black Elk forecast. Now, in addition to the drought and the low humidity and the ongoing heat and the waves of heat coming up from the southwest, and fires springing up for every conceivable reason, fireballs too. So this is a quote. I'm not going to say, I just like to be very respectful about our YouTube community, but this is an individual who lives in Idaho. And the night before the Roby Creek fire and several subsequent grass fires, which all started in the past week, and some of them are quite bad. They're roaring down by Twin Falls again. Well, the night before that, it would be the 16th of September, if I have this correct. I'll just read what this person said. I was sitting on my deck last night stargazing, which I do nightly, and just in front of me, maybe a city block, a fireball came out of the sky, dropping straight down. It landed in a field and was burning the whole time it was falling. What I do know is I watched it fall. It was big, and I must find it. I'm going over there tomorrow. And good for this person, who's very courageous. And I wanted to bring this up because we have the video from Pink about the fire tornado. We have comments by others on her channel about other fire tornadoes occurring. And remember, at the Peachland fire in BC, which thankfully God basically put out with rain, that is attributed by many locals to a fireball. Many locals saw a fireball come tumbling out of the sky, after which that Holocaust just sprang up out of nowhere in Peachland. Okay? And then, in response to one of my recent videos, a couple of learned individuals posted some comments. And this one, I'm not going to give his name out of respect, but he is in line with this person. And I was mentioning the fact that there had been very, very heavy chemming in the last few days. And following that chemming, all the fires have roared back to life. It's unmistakable conclusion. I just can't even help but draw a conclusion. Can you? Anyway, this individual, one member of our family, says, in response to that comment, there will be a lot of aluminum oxide coming down in the rain. Better have the umbrellas. Well, I need one. I threw it away after I left the radioactive coast, but I think I'll get another umbrella. And then I was fascinated by this, by Harold Saive. I don't think I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Harold, but I really like your channel. Go to his channel. He's got some fascinating things up. He has made a video. Well, he is promoting a video actually. He didn't really make it, but he's promoting it. He's uploaded it. Someone else made it. He's promoting it. Why in the world are they spraying? We know about what in the world are they spraying. This is another take by some other individuals. Harold's got it up on his channel. Why in the world, why, this is what many are asking, are they spraying? Is a video I sent to explain the chemtrails causing these fires. So go to Harold's channel. It's a very learned person. Watch this extremely good video. So very upsetting, but very factual. And I'm sure he's right. The chemtrails causing these fires. The added chemtrails will probably guarantee that no rain falls. And guess what? No rain has fallen. I'll show you some pictures before I close. I've still got a couple minutes. No rain fell. Also, chemtrails are sprayed over the Pacific, so by the time they reach points like Idaho, the atmosphere is too dry to rain. The moisture is up there, but it's all tied up with too many nano-sized nucleation particles. Instead of rain, you get drought. Indeed. Now, let's go and look at some of my pictures. Oh, they're copyright free because I took them. Okay, this I took 2 weeks ago before the recent bout of chemtrailing, and the skies were clear except for smoke, of course. They were actually very clear in the area because some bigwigs were in the area. And then the smoke is back because they've all gone home. So this is in Chemhaze County near Fairfield, traveling actually east to west on Highway 21, fascinating historical route through beautiful pioneer country. This is looking due north toward the Trinity Ridge fire, and you'll see the haze of the Trinity Ridge fire. It's out a bus window. Sorry, it's not the best picture, but you can, if you look just right and maybe turn your lights off, you can see that. Now, this is chemtrail. All of this is chemtrail. It's not window smudge. I was able to get several pictures like that as best as I could, and I just, my jaw dropped. Here's this fire just ravaging everything, along with all the other 9 and many others in Idaho, throughout Idaho, and they were coming right over it. They were coming this way. Okay. You can kind of see the line. Here's the yellow line of the haze of the smoke, but there's other chemtrails up this way. I wish that you could see them better. This one, you might be able to, if you've got really good resolution. This is just a line in the window a little further west. And this is smoke from the Trinity Ridge fire, which is much worse now. It's gotten into something else. And is burning hotter and faster, it would seem, since the recent chemtrailing. Well, this was some of these. This is what they're calling haze now. Somebody from Utah was talking about the horrible haze all summer long. This is not haze. It's not fog. They're not plowing. It's not a dust storm, and it's not rain. I can see them chemtrail south of Ketchum, and then it begins to spread in a broad band and just move north. This is all chemtrail. Here's a result. Very freakish looking sun. And you would think, with all that, would you not, that it would rain? Look at that. Black clouds. Nearly looks a lot like the day we had the tornado warning, but no, not a drop. No rain. Well, this is very clearly chemtrail crap. Excuse me. Okay. So I just wanted to tie some of these thoughts in together for you. Fireballs, fiery tornadoes, chemtrailing, very empirical information that Harold's got up on his channel. Many others of you have it as well. I believe we are all collectively beginning to put it together and to understand what is really going on. Massive clouds that never spill a drop of rain, massive chemtrails producing freakish clouds, followed by aggravated fire weather. And I will say something else that I sort of wanted to say about that. Well, and of course, here's some empirical evidence. Those aren't clouds. I wanted to say, too, that this most recent smoke that we've been experiencing since the recent spraying of the chemtrails, which is, of course, mixed in with the smoke. And mind you, probably radiation in the smoke